Hello everyone, my name is Beth Moore and we're crafting today at Indigo Pearl Company, and we are going to do a Father's Day gift. Mark and I have been out looking to see what we could find for Dad that pretty much got everything, and those kind of people are hard to buy for, but we've come up with something that we wanted to share with you. And it's kind of quick and easy, and it's not actually something that we actually put a lot of money into either. What we're going to do is, it says Dad Life, Hip Dad, Dad Bod, and I'm the Dad, that's why. And I've already used a portion of this, so I went ahead and cut it apart and used it a little bit earlier, but this is one of our transfers from, it's the silkscreen transfer from Chalk Couture. And the other things that I'm using today is going to be white ink, black ink, and a little black paste. Now, I'm going to make an apron. Similar to what I've got on, we're going to put I'm the Dad right here in the upper part of the apron, and we're going to do that in white paint. And then, you know, when he's grilling, and he's really taken to grilling a good bit and enjoying it, we're going to do him a mitt, and we're actually going to put just the Dad on that, but we're going to put that in black. I guess you can see what I'm saying. I'll show you in just a little bit. And of course, you know, every package has to have some type of tag, and so we're actually going to make us a tag today out of it's a wooden tag. Chalk Couture does have these, but I picked this one up at Hobby Lobby, and Hobby Lobby. So let's get crafting and see what we come up with. Oh, one other thing too. You know, I never write all this down, and it's just how my mind works, is I'm going to be using the ink mat to put my apron on so that it'll hold it secure. So I'm going to go ahead and get everything prepared, and then I'll show you as I go. Today we're not going to actually have to fuzz. That's going to be the strange thing until we get to the little tag. We're going to be using paste on that tag. Let's see. And also I'm going to show you how to heat set this in this video too. So just kind of bear with me till I get everything open. Well, didn't even have to cut it, it just fell out. But yeah, Mark's dad he's found the art of grilling and seems to enjoy it a good bit, and he's retired, of course. And actually, we're very fortunate to have Mark's mom and dad. So we love to celebrate them. Alrighty. Now remember, this ink mat right here has sticky, so we've got to get it down on there. And you just start pressing and pushing, because you don't want to get bubbles in your cloth that you're going to ink on, because it just messes up the design. So I'm going to wrestle it down here. Yeah, this wants to bubble up just a little bit. A lot of people go ahead and press their fabric, but today I have to say that I'm lazy and I didn't take the time to do that before they actually ink on it, so that everything is real smooth, the surface is. But if you work with it, I think you can get it to go just like you want it to. Okay, I'm pretty satisfied with that. Now let's see if I can find, I'm the dad, that's why. It's kind of like my dad too. He definitely was the dad. So we're just going to kind of you kind of bring it down, or this is the way I do it, and just get it to where you feel like it's fairly centered. And then I pick me a spot and kind of measure to see if I'm about right. And I want to go over just a smidgen. Okay, now, and here again, remember when we're inking that ink is non-forgiving. So on this black cloth, I'm going to have to be really, really, really careful and make sure that I don't get messy, because white spots on this won't look real pretty. So I'm gonna stir and prepare my paste over to the side just a little bit. Actually, I said paste, but we're gonna do ink. Now, here, the ink is always pretty much this consistency, and it's like stirring up that creamy marshmallow stuff. It actually looks like you can make Rice Krispies. Just had some and poured it in there with a little butter. You can tell I like to eat. Always thinking about food. Okay, we've got it ready, and you just kind of blob again. And I'm always just going to be a little bit overly prepared in this, because just as sure as I don't get me one of these little wipes, my fingers, see, already I got it on me. Okie dokie. So I'm just going to use one of the small squeegees and just start working with my ink. Now, the other day I told you guys that pretty much everything I heat set I do with an iron, but I took the big plunge and I bought, you know, me and Amazon have this wonderful relationship. Mark says every day he feels left out if the Amazon or the post office doesn't come to the door bringing some kind of box from Amazon. And when the quarantine was so bad, actually that was quite a joy. We got to see somebody, even though they would drop it at the bottom of the steps. But we'd wave and smile at each other. Just made you feel better. See now how quick and easy that was, but not quite all the way through with it, but we're going to go ahead and do the reveal. And remember, you can use the end of one of your little stir sticks. See if I can get one. Boy, that's transfer. It wants to stick tight, but it's brand new. Oh, that's gonna be cute, cute, cute. Just like with any other project, we're going to put the transfer face down in our little pan of water over here. And I'm gonna have to, once I get going with the other parts of my project, I'm gonna have to pull this up and kind of lay it to the side, and we'll dry it with a heat gun here in just a little bit so that we can go ahead and set it. Let's see if I can get it around for you to see. Gosh. Okay. Now, we're going to twist this one around a little bit, and while I am talking with you guys, I'm going to go ahead and wash this so I can let it dry just a little bit before I put it on my gosh, what do you call that? It's like a pot holder, but it's a oven mitt. Yeah, that's it. So excuse me just a second. I'm going to step over to the sink and just rinse it out with water. Making sure everything is out of my transfer, because what I'm going to want to do is put it over to the side, but I'm going to use it on my oven mitt. Now the next thing I'm going to do is figure out what I'm going to put on my little tag for my gift. And I think what Mark's dad would actually like would be #DadLife. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that apart. And I've actually gotten kind of lazy with everything with cleaning up behind myself. I get busy and get to thinking about what I'm doing next, and I forget about these real important steps. The paste dries a lot quicker than the ink does, but the ink will actually be less forgiving, especially if it dries in your transfer, so you need to be kind of careful about that. So I just want to go ahead and kind of clean up a little bit so I don't pick up something that's got white on it and drag it again. So I think I got that one done. Now my black paste, like I said, these little tags, they're real popular right now, and I did a canvas tote as a beach bag, and I put one of these on there as to who and from who, and just as a tag, like you would when you wrap a present, you put a tag on so that it identifies it. All right, now we're going to put Dad Life, and of course this is going to be a little bit bigger and then the little tag, so I'm going to go ahead and just kind of angle it. And I probably, I don't know, I might ought to Let me fuzz it just a time or two so I do not get it all stuck on there. That would add to my blooper. I think, guys, I am gonna do bloopers, how we edit stuff and then things that you don't see. So there's your tag right there. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just chalk it with our black paste. Now do remember, I will put all of the links in the verbiage above the video. Love to hear from you. These glasses are driving me crazy today. They want to slide down on my nose. I remember my mama talking about that. And I used to laugh at her when it did it. So every time mine wind up on the tip of my nose, I think about how I used to laugh. So definitely laughing is catching. Okay, we're gonna put just dab us a little black. Paste. This is not ink, this is paste. Okay, we got a little extra left over. But I think that looks good. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it up. Ah, that's cute. Remember, face down in your water. There you go. There's a little tag. So we're going to set that off to dry. Now let's check on this other transfer that I've had over here I've been hiding it in the fuzzing cloth. And the reason I did that is because I want to make sure that it has the adequate amount of sticky on it. And a little trade secret is if your sticky kind of goes away, you can revive it a little bit by wetting the front and the back of the sticky and then putting it on the micro filter part of this fuzzing cloth. The microfiber, or I think it's called. And believe it or not, it makes it sticky again. I don't know, I can't tell you about the chemical breakdown or the reason why, but it does. So if you do get a transfer and it just kind of gets to where it's not sticky, try it out. You'd spray, just lightly spray, and I'm not gonna spray since I'm ready to use this, but you would lightly spray on the front and the back. You put it on the microfiber and then you just fold it up, pat it dry real good, and then the sticky is there. Alrighty, let's see what we can do with this. Okay, now, discussion is, I think we need to put the dad on there so it can be read by whoever's looking at him cooking. So that's the way I'm gonna put it on, but you could put it on several different ways. Now today I'm not going to put anything sticky in this, and of course you're not going to be able to heat press the inside, because generally you want to heat press on the front side as well as, or heat set the front side as well as the back side. But I'm going to put parchment paper on the inside of this when we do heat set it, and I think it will do just fine. Now today I'm going to offset this just a little bit, and since we don't have that sticky mat that's going to hold this top layer in place, and you could cut this, I've seen them cut just little bitty, but I'm going to get my masking tape. Love me some masking tape because I can just block off the world if I don't want to put it on what I'm trying to ink, or what I'm trying to create a paint with paste. Now I'm going to mash down a little bit harder because I want this to do so. You may see me just kind of holding it with my fingers as I use the black ink. I'm just trying to ensure that everything is in the spot it's supposed to be in. And see, I've been inking quite a bit with black, so I don't have quite as much. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. And this has got a lot of screen on it, so I'm just gonna pull through. And here again, you know, when I get quiet, I'm concentrating, so just hang on for a second or two and I'll have this finished for you in just a jiffy. And black ink, it seems to take a little bit more when you use black ink. So don't be sparing with it, just because we can always rake off the excess. See how we're doing. Alrighty. Now, since this it's not stuck on the cloth, I'm gonna go ahead and pull it up here as soon as I get my fingertips situated. That looks like a big old blob of black, doesn't it? But I see one spot. All right, here we go. Dad. Alrighty. We're gonna get ready here in just a second or two. I'm gonna clean up behind myself, and I'm going to, then we're gonna heat set this. But first I'm gonna use my hot gun to heat set it a little bit. Alright everybody, I'm just going to dry my creations now a little bit with the heat gun, because before you actually heat set them, the ink needs to be dry just a little bit. Let me kind of clear my workspace. I've collected up some stuff up here doing this project. So let me clear it off. And the cool thing about this top sheet that's supposed to go back on your inking mat is that it has a tag on the front part of the paper, so it's no question in your mind which side should go to the ink. So if you put it face down where you can't read what's on the little card down here, then you've got it on wrong. So that says Chalk Couture. And keeping your inking mat covered just really and truly, it keeps your sticky safe. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get our apron, and I'm going to do a little bit of drying. I think that's going to be dry enough, but for good measure we may hit it a little bit more here before we use the Easy Press. We'll see how, actually guys, this is the first time that I've used this Easy Press, and I'm going to do it on camera. But here again, we want to make sure that our ink is somewhat set, and we don't want it so hot that it peels up, but we do want it to set. And like I said, I usually leave it overnight and let it just cure on its own. But since I'm trying to do this for you guys today, let's just see, we'll take a chance and see if we can't make it work. Now again, I want to invite you to my shop on chalkcouture.com/indigopearlco.com. Browse, look at the different things that's in it, and see if it's something that you would like to see done. Here again, I've got a bunch of the transfers, and if you hit me up in the comments, I'd be more than happy to do some for you, just to see how they turn out, or whatever. Alrighty, I'm going to give that one a little bit of a break, and then I'm going to go over here and do a little bit more on this one. And also, I wanted to show you or tell you about this again. It's our tag, and we've already gone ahead and addressed the back. It's wooden, but it's going to hang on our bag, and we usually use like little white bags or either the colored bags, so it's not gonna interrupt our decor style, I guess you could say. Alrighty. Now, what I've learned so far about this Easy Press, and here again, I don't know that much about it, so you and I are learning as we go right here today. And I'm thinking it's going to get hot, but I've got my little mat that we can press on, and I'm going to try the oven mitt first and see how it goes. And of course, I'm going to put parchment paper on it. Matter of fact, it comes from Wally World, just non-stick parchment paper. Let's see. Oh goodness. Need some eyeballs for this one. I'm going to put this on 320, and then I'm going to set it for about 35 seconds. But this has got to It's warming up, guys, so I'm real excited about doing some inking of the tea towels for you. In my next video, I'm going to use the color Tide, which is a beautiful, beautiful color, on a white tea towel. And the tea towels I get are they're cotton sacks or flour sack tea towels or dish towels, whatever you want to call them. And I get them from Amazon, of course. Okay, I'm gonna set it at, let's see, here we go, guys. We're gonna try this new technology out. Hopefully it won't catch on fire. Mark, you got the fire extinguisher? He's not answering me. We've got 20 seconds, 19. And like I said, I'm not going to try to even do the inside of that mitt because be honest with you, I don't think I can turn it wrong side out to do it. But, woo, steam came off of it. But there it is. Now let's see what we get with this. Remember, we're going to do on the front side, and then we're going to turn it over and do it on the back side because we want to make sure. And sometimes I think when you do press it, it might change the coloring of it a little bit, but hopefully not that much. Well, let's see if I can turn it around. All right, we are off and going. You know, when you stand there with the iron and you're doing it for 4 minutes on one side and 4 minutes on the other, that's when it really gets kind of, that it wears your arm out, especially if you got more than one project. Okay, we're down on the countdown. 3, 2, 1. Put it back over in our tray. Oh yeah. It's steamy, but it's cute. We're gonna flip it over. Boy, when I was doing all those tea towels back about a couple of months ago, I would have loved to have had this one. And the countdown. Guys, do comment on my videos. I would love to hear some of your ideas and see what we can get going. Browse through my shop. There's some really nice things in there, and they have everything from the tools you need to do it to the surfaces you need to do it on. And in the next several videos, I'm going to be talking to you about a club couture, and that's once a month. You get a transfer. Let me go ahead and turn this off so we don't set anything on fire. But I think we did good. It might have taken the bright white out of it, but it's still, and it's dry. Let's see if I can fold it up and kind of present it. And my little tag, I'm going to tie it here. Well, let's see. Alrighty. See if I can get it up for you guys. This is our Happy Father's Day gift. Bye-bye now.